Are we Gucci? Are we Gucci? Are we Gucci? I think we should be good, y'all. God damn, I've been here for like an hour at this point, but fucking someone just called me and I ended up having like an hour-long phone call. What was to start the stream almost like an hour ago. But we were all the levels are already updated and whatnot. I guess we'll zoom out for sake of people seeing it. But yeah, new monthly levels, new weekly levels, new daily levels. Boy. Let's get a link for this thingity thang. I'm sure the mic works as well. For this, okay. New month, new levels, boom. Yeah, we gotta do some shit though. I have to plan. I need to go for dinner tomorrow and I need to plan it right now. So let's do that. Put this over here. Who's this? Is more than what a weekend. What a weekend. There was like a big firework festival going on here. So went to go see that, but it's other than that, it's been pouring rain the whole time. The whole time. Also, speaking of the Iron Man that we talked about on stream not that long ago, it was today. I was laughing. I was driving to the gym and I'm just seeing these people like just running in the pouring torrential downpour rain. Getting drenched. Actually, before we do this, let's kind of get caught up, I guess, in terms of this stuff, yeah, right? I mean, we talked about this yellow box last time that we were streaming. Yeah, if you gave this some time over the weekend to like get in on this thing. Ding, 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 ding. At the time, like as profile was developing, the value area high was like up here. So we like burst from below. So I mean, we would have got out worse, break even worst case. I also, this is like a pretty interesting sweep, right? Kind of same thing we've been seeing a lot like these past like a couple of trading sessions. We just like kind of swing some like local range and just reverse. I've been seeing that a lot lately. Oh fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna be paying attention to this pretty intently this week. Lots of stuff I'm doing. I kind of keep these things in mind, right? Like they all like gapped up pretty aggressively today. But yeah, so far holding above the gap, right? It's kind of dipped in a little bit and still chilling there. Interesting. We'll kind of look at some of the options data in a little bit. In the meantime, I'll get rid of this for now, right? I no longer need this thing. I'm gonna get rid of this for now. We'll leave the larger one for the higher time frame shit. We'll kind of just draw this. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, let me plan this real quick and then we'll kind of nerd out a little bit. We will do our nerd out after. Let's see if it works on our phone, I guess. Oh, even on the phone, it's messed up too. Interesting. See if it works on our phone. I mean, I guess it's coming through like slowly. Odd. I wonder if this is like that for any YouTube video. Just kind of find something else to go look at. Is there any other thing that's live?
Agent was designed to specifically test the potential for cyber.
Yeah, this seems fine. It's messed up too. Interesting. I mean, I guess it's coming through like slowly. Odd. 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 I'm not sure what's up with that, but the stream health looks fine over here. Interesting. Maybe it's just like a local blip, I guess. Interesting. Okay, the frames. Still happening. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's like the YouTube server or me. It's hard to diagnose. Okay, let me finish doing this and then we'll kind of go back to that. We'll give it some time. Give it some time and see. Honestly, I don't like how they kind of integrated like ChatGPT and Codex all into like one app. Maybe I'm just not used to it, but okay, not a huge fan. What's about? Oh, maybe it is me, because even the ChatGPT is fucked up. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, maybe it is my internet. Which is pretty odd. This thing is like never fails. Odd. Yeah, I think it's a holiday here tomorrow. This thing just like closed for good. Oh, they're closed. Fuck. Fuck. Are you kidding me? For our annual summer holiday. Yeah, because I had plans to go to somewhere earlier for dinner. But I went to go make the reservation before I started the stream, and they're closed for the holiday, which is a bit weird, right? Do you think a restaurant would be open like a holiday? Most people like probably want something to do. How's the menu on this place looking? Sure. What? People have no reservations available in 2026? How's that even possible? Anyways. Okay. I think we have our option made here.
smoke dancing in the air, watching candles move, but I'm already there. Exotic views, turquoise water in the distance, living out a dream with zero resistance. I saw the level coming from a mile away. Now I'm just flowing through a golden hour day. 618, the level's looking like a ghost, raising up a glass. Yeah, we gotta make a toast. We just floating through the value, yeah, we high, watching all the numbers paint a picture in the sky. Lavish life, exotic views, the energy is clean, a masterpiece of logic in a digital scene. The math is the math, keep the circle getting lifted. Everything is light, yeah, the atmosphere is shifted.
Okay. Dinner is planned and prepared.
I remember wanting this, now I'm wanting more. Not for the greed, just for the peace of the soul. Trading from a hammock.
Cool. Okay. How's this thing coming along?
Surgical with entries, keeping everyone focused. The laptop is open, but my mind is on the waves. Escape the 9 to 5, we no longer the slaves. High tier,
I think like the amount of frames dropping seems quite low, so I'm not really sure what's up with this shit. Odd. Odd. What's going on over here? Actually, one more thing.
value area high, value area low. Just let the money flow. We just floating through the value, yeah, we high. Watching all the numbers paint a picture in the sky. Lavish life, exotic views, the energy is clean. A masterpiece of logic in a digital scene. The math is the math, keep the circle getting lifted. Everything is light, yeah, the atmosphere is shifted.
We'll leave this muted.
Digital soul. Marcos Trace. Marcos Trace. Believe. The math is the math.
Boom, 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 boom. We gotta update this this list, right? Because like they I don't remove things.
I see him doubting when the screen turns red. Listen to the noise.
Gotta make sure we got everything on this bitch.
The ledger stays the same even when the prices change. They want a magic trick, they want a lucky sign, but I'm just busy drawing out the 618 lines. Surgical execution while they're paralyzed by fear. The entry was decided long before we got here. You see the vision or you see the fog? You're reading the tape or just the blog. Some people see the truth, some people see the floor. I see the liquidity, then I'm asking for more. Do you believe in the math or not? Do you see the holy path? The volume is high, the logic is raw. Do you believe in the math or not? The math, the math. Believe or institutional flow, yeah, the volume is deep. I'm hitting every target while the city's asleep. For a reason, I'm just looking for the click. It's not about the feeling, it's not about the gas. It's the probability leading us to the success. Exotic locations, the connection is clean. A ghost with a purpose inside the machine. Value area high, value area low. The math doesn't care where you want it to go.
Boom, 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 boom. Interesting.
Marcos Trace. Marcos Trace. The math is the math.
I think we have most of these at this point. It's just looking pretty familiar. Interesting, right? Interesting chart. Given that they added this too. Interesting. I mean, obviously, missing the ideal entry on this thing, but like, I just like reclaiming all the moving averages. Interesting. That's a pretty interesting chart, right? Interesting. I'll be looking at that. Oh, interesting. They added this too.
Surgical knife, the auction is balanced, avoiding a strike. Golden pockets.
Almost got a job here at one point. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, they added a decent amount of stuff. God damn, god damn. We already added this. I think we already have it, yeah.
again. Watching shadows move where the trend begins. They call it luck, but I see the architecture falling through the noise, a silent director. I'm a ghost in the tape, drifting through the range. Everything I love is starting to feel strange. Exotic views, but my eyes are on the tick. The world moves slow, but the execution's quick. Sides of smoke curling like a Fibonacci line. Living in the future, leaving all the past behind.
Spaced out, floating in the value area. Digital soul, moving through the barrier. Melancholy money and the view is cold. Counting up the secrets that
Oh, nice.
why does it feel so lonely? 61-8 surgical. But I can feel the floor. Always prepared. Just a glitch, just a go.
But basically, add all the finance. I mean, a bit late, unfortunately. A little bit late. But they did add a bunch of the financials on here. And a bunch of like the defense.
They didn't believe. The math did.
Interesting.
Up at 3 a.m. with nothing but a chart. No one in my corner, only data in the dark. Through the levels,
Done with that.
validate. Studied ocean theory while they told me it was fake. Call it screens illuminating everything I sacrificed. Every loss a lesson, paid a very heavy price. Once a reading or the flow before it clicked. Now they asking how I move so cold and so equipped. Wasn't overnight.
Okay. We'll get a snack, then we'll kind of look through some of these charts real quick. Oh shit, how long till my laundry's done? I'll probably go do that too if it's done. So it might be a couple minutes, but we'll be back.
Penthouse now, but remember when I had nothing? Surgical precision, every entry calculated. They slept on the vision, now they standing there and waited.
Cold execution, build it from the bottom. Every sleepless night is something they forgot about. Cold execution, math was my religion. Not a Bugatti sitting pretty, that's the only decision. Only one. They laughed at the screens I had mounted on the wall. Risk management spreadsheets covering the hall. Back testing every setup while they party through the night. Reading institutional footprints underneath the light. Underneath VY deviations map before the open bell. 0.5 retracements, knew those levels well. 618 confluence stack so clean. Built the whole foundation on what nobody else could see. Ferrari wasn't motivation, it was consequence. What happens when the discipline outgrows the evidence? They want the penthouse view without the lonely nights, without the years of getting it wrong before you get it right. Wasn't overnight, wasn't luck either. Was the darkest rooms, being my own believer. Math was all I had when the doubt was loudest. Now the silence is different when the P&L is proudest.
Made it out the grind with nobody watching. Penthouse now, but remember when I had nothing. Surgical precision, every entry calculated. They slept on the vision, now they standing there and waited.
Cold execution, build it from the bottom. Every sleepless night is something they forgot about. Cold execution, math was my religion. Not a Bugatti sitting pretty, that's the only decision. Only one. Nobody called, nobody checked. Just me and the order book. Earning respect. Blew the account, blew it. Build it back up, build it. cried over losses, never gave up. Told myself the math would eventually land. Now the jet is fuel, and I'm the one they call the man. They never saw the hours, they never saw the pain. They only see the Lambo, they only see the change. But I remember every candle, every loss, every night. Cold execution built this from when nothing was right.
Made it out the ground with nobody watching, nobody. Penthouse now, but remember when I had nothing, Surgical precision, every entry calculated. They slept on the vision, now they standing there and waited.
Cold execution, build it from the bottom. Every sleepless night is something they forgot about. Cold execution, math was my religion. Now the Bugatti sitting pretty, that's the only decision.
Only one,
Nobody believed,
nobody.
the math did. Built it anyway.
Anyway,
Cold execution, Marcos. They'll never understand the grind. The math always knew. Marcos tricks. The math is the math. Marcos trees. Marcos streets. The math is the math. The math is the math. White sand burning, but the charts staying cold. 61.8, yeah, the level gonna hold. Palm trees leaning while I'm leaning on the tape. Blue water view, there is no better escape. Wi-Fi on the beach, yeah, the signal is strong. Watching retail panic while I'm hitting the bomb. Custom linen flowing, yeah, the fit is out the sight. I was in the trade before the sun hit the light. Trading on the shore, yeah, we doing it for real. Island rhythm, but the precision is still inside the value, feel the bounce, feel the vibe. Turning up the energy, providing for the tribe. The math is the math, yeah, we do it with ease. Chasing big targets in the Caribbean breeze. Too easy. Too easy. Dembo kicking while the limit doors feel. I don't need the office, I just need the skill. Red stripe chilling, yeah, the lime is on the rim. Market maker swimming, watch them sink, watch them swim. Surgical with entries, call it digital grace. Leaving no footprints, leaving no trace. From the chemist to the crib, yeah, the legacy is set. Waking up the profit on the data driven back. Beachfront view, flex, digital do. The auction is balanced, we never gonna lose. Gold in pockets. I'm in profit. The math is the math is the math. Trading on the shore, yeah, we doing it for real. Island rhythm, but the precision is still inside the value, feel the bounce, feel the vibe. Turning up the energy, providing for the tribe. The math is the math, yeah, we do it with ease. Chasing big targets in the Caribbean breeze. Too easy. On the beach. Run the math. Always protect. Tropical energy, digital precision. Marcos trades. Marcos trades.
perfect. Feel the heat, value area high, we plot the zone. Math is the king up on the throne. POC, the center of gravity. Trading on data, escaping depravity. You're longing the wick, you're losing your head. I'm stacking the millions, I'm staying ahead. The math is the math. The math is the math. The math is the math.
The math is the math.
The math is the math. Got 'em, got 'em, got 'em, got 'em, got 'em.
The math is the math.
The math is the math. The golden pocket, calculated launch, we ride the rocket. 786, the entry's tied. Liquidating shorts out through the night. Exotic, it's the Lambo's magic. Trade on hope, this staying flat. Precision strikes, no room for luck. You're getting got, you're getting stuck. POC, watch it go. POC, watch it go.
It's so perfect.
The math is the math.
Elite levels, elite life. Cutting through the market like a knife.
Watch it go.
Value area high. Value area low.
The math is the math.
You got that.
Marco's treasures. Check the coordinates. The map is the map. Yeah. Got 'em. Yeah. Santorini sunset line. Santorini sunset laptop on the wood. Yeah. Trading from the villa, yeah, the levels looking good. Yeah. Got a dark skinned beauty, she's a 10 out of 10. Yeah. Yeah. While I'm checking on the Greeks, then I check him again. Theaters on our side, yeah, we're soaking up the sun. By the time the candle closes, yeah, the work is already done. No stress in my spirit, no fear in my soul. Yeah. Just a pixel perfect entry, yeah, I'm in full control. We don't trade on feelings, we don't trade on hope. We just ride the volatility like a tyro. From Bali to Ibiza, yeah, the view is elite. Watching all the top longers facing defeat. The math is the math, yeah, the math is the math. Living my best life. Clearing out the path. Exotic locations, yeah, the energy is right. Printing all the blue while we're dancing through the night. Easy money, baby, and a girl is divine. Levels on the screen and the hand is in mine. Yeah, we got them. Exotic vehicles parked out on the sand. I'm a global citizen moving through the land. Implied volatility, yeah, we sell it to the crowd. Blowing on that Zaza, yeah, the flavor is loud. Wall Street's hating, yeah, they're stuck in a suit. While I'm in a linen shirt eating fresh fruit. The math is the math, it's a global language. Leaving all the emotional traders in damage. Global flow, math. Island glow, math. Target hit, math. What you bring? The math is the math, yeah, the math is the math. Living my best life, clearing up the path. exotic locations. Yeah, the energy is right. Printing all the blue while we're dancing through the night. Easy money, baby, and the girl is divine. Levels on the screen and the hand is in mine. Different time zone, same math. The math is the math. You get cut.
Marco's traits. The math is the math. I can't get it out of my head. The math is the math. I can't get it out of my head. Midnight glamour, glass of the finest gold. I'm looking at the candles, watching the truth unfold. They tell me I'm obsessed, they say I've gone too far, but I'm just scanning levels from the back of the car. 618, the rhythms in my veins, institutional flow, washing away the pains. Always planned, always prepared for the strike. I've got exactly what the market makers like. It ain't no fun if you don't cross the line. I'm hunting for the value, yeah, I do it every time. Did they tell you I might be out of my mind, or just the only one who left the noise behind? I got trading on my mind. The math is the math. Inside the value, yeah, the rhythm is divine. I got trading on my mind. Too easy. I got trading on my mind. Easy. I got trading on my mind. Skinny margaritas, but the profit's looking fat. Don't stand against the wall, I'm way beyond all that. Custom silk is flowing, the auction's in a groove. I'm already in position before the price can move. Zaza smoke is dancing with the strobe light glow. Surgical with entries, watch the liquidity flow. Luxury and logic, yeah, they're fused into one.
Okay,
The
okay.
days just beginning when the trading is done.
Okay, I can't wait to be back in Toronto. Got some stuff planned with my things. But what? It's gonna be a fun month, play that. But what? But what? Bum, 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 bum. How's all this stuff coming along? Okay, okay. I'm curious if we start to roll over for real, right, in the higher time frame. Because if we are gonna have some end the summer weakness, since right, should be starting right about now. Should be starting right about now.
Marco's traits.
Marco's traits. Them naughty still.
Interesting. It'd be interesting to monitor, right?
Zaza in the air, on the level them say. Level set.
If things starts to like actually like go get rejected up here and come back down, very interesting.
Push on my floating, but the mark still sharp.
Keep our eyes peeled on this.
Treat it right. Panama. Them a stress the charts and still can't read a thing. Can't read. We a vibe on the rooftop while the prophets sing.
In the meantime, we'll kind of see if this thing can hold this zone or not. How are all these looking?
Already. Close the trade by noon and book a flight that night. Book it. They a work so hard. And still I miss the move. We are barely trying and we still inside the groove. Still inside. Hiding and the match still cold. Hiding and the story still told. Hiding. Everybody. Load pot burning what we profit. Ain't nobody stopping we. Nobody. Them a cry about the market. We all up from the penthouse view. Penthouse. Hiding. Them don't need us sober to come true. Hiding. Levels old. Hiding. Watch it unfold. Got them at the top, got them at the low.
What should we do while we eat? Anything that we can plow through over here?
In a panic, we are at the room service. Them up here for algorithms. We
Also, interestingly enough, the end of that Market Wizards book, the newest one, the last chapter, surprised he included that guy.
like we said it in. Jetpack.
But basically, this guy essentially is like trading certain news filings.
Them a chat for hours, we already knew.
With his edge being that, like, right now, or up until the point the book was written, it might not even be true anymore. Like, his whole edge was the fact that there's, like, people don't have enough nuance on, like, reading these things quickly and trading on them. His, like, average hold time for a trade is 5 minutes. So it's like the news hits the wire, and depending on what it's about, and if he has anticipated it beforehand, he'll take the trade. But it's like, one, this guy, his statistics weren't particularly interesting. Also, very limited in his account size. And then third, like, the probability of that continuing to work down the road is extremely low. Fucking borderline's 100% guaranteed to fail. Like, no way he's gonna be able to compete with LLMs.
Rolling through the rolling through the we don't shop the play, we just let the P&L show.
Yeah, I would not want to be doing that personally.
While the retail's trapped, looking for a clean escape. Wall Street
This guy works, he trades from like 4 a.m.
tucking top long as the bed.
until like it's 8 p.m. every single fucking day
There's a shadow, tell me what
to take trades that have a 5-minute hold time.
they're looking for a hero, we're looking for the leagues.
And he's been doing that for like over a fucking decade.
Green while we stacking up the blue.
Like, obviously he's not like doing like literally sitting at his computer that entire time span. He'll like go to other shit sometimes,
Clearing up the path.
but like still a tremendous amount of screen time.
Living lavish, put the numbers to the test. From the penthouse view to the exotic fleet. Running the whole game, keeping it discreet. The math is the math. Yeah, we got 'em. Ferraris in the line, yeah, we move like a convoy. You're playing with your rent. We're playing with the big boys. Staters on our side, watching premiums decay. While you're short in the bottom, having such a bad day. The Zaza's in the air, but the focus is precise. Never ask the market, we just dictate the price. Haters talking loud, but their balance is a joke. We're signing off the wire while they're going for broke. Locked in, locked in. Levels hit. Targets rigged. The gang is fed. The math is the
We finished all those videos.
We're moving as a unit.
Did we finish all those videos or no? Or no?
Running the whole game, keeping it discreet. Tell Wall Street, keep watching. We like the view from here. The math is the math. You got you. The math is the math. Gang. Marco Trade. You know what time it is. From the charts to the rate. Yeah, we measure precision. Hit that level, then I peel. Stack so clean, look how it feel. Previous day, I get drilled. Caught that wick, not a bag. Real. Fibonacci in my scope. 618, that's how we float. They chase green, we just ghost. Matt too clean, yeah, we do the most. Ice cold, but the setup warm. Value area low, that's a quiet. already on. One click, whole move, get gone. POC like a pressure point. Push that level, then flip the joint. Options, Greek sound disappoint. Gamma pin, I break the joint. No guesswork, I laser in. Oh, I shift, that's where I win. They see candle, I see trends. Stack them highs, do it all again. Zero draw, but I still get rich. Stop loss tight, whole plan stitch. Chart look wild, I never flinch. They play hope, I play clinch. Hit that level, then I peel. Stack so clean, look how I feel. Previous day, I get drilled. Caught that wick, not a bag, real. Fibonacci in my scope. 618, that's how we float. They chase green, we just ghost. Matt too clean, yeah, we do the most. Ain't no FOMO in his zone. VWAP HUD when I'm in my throne. Footprint chart, I decode tones. Every candle speaking code. Break that high, I let it run. Pull back sweet, then I rerun. Greeks on point like a loaded gun. Theta bleed, that's passive funds. Talk risk on the blueprint. TP1, that's just rent. TP2, I'm confident. TP3, I reinvent. I ain't hope I analyze. Big boy size, don't fantasize. Heart stops tight, you paralyzed. One trade flip, now we enterprise. Hit that level, then I peel. Stack so clean, look how it feel. Previous day, I get drilled. Caught that wick, not a bag, real. Fibonacci in my scope. 618, that's how we float. They chase green, we just ghost. Matt too clean, yeah, we do the most. Stack it, flip it, lock it, vault. They still guessing, that's they fault. We play edges, they play coat. I trade facts, no need to halt. Nah. The math.
Thing.
The math, Marcos. Marcos trade.
The math is the math.
It's gonna be a pretty interesting chart if it rolls over, right? While doing this up at the top too.
Let it move, there is no escape. VIP booth, but the laptop's glowing. Institutional volume, yeah, it's overflowing. Surgical with it, the entry is tight. We don't chase the pump, we just own the night. Look at the wait for the signal. Click, click, click.
I can't stop.
Trading on my mind. Trading on my mind. Trading on my mind. The math is the math. Too easy. Too easy. On my mind. On my mind. Always prepare.
Marcos Trades.
Play, trade, read, wait, flash that screen, I levitate. Math move tight, I automate. Stack my profit, oscillate. Pulse check, candle flash. I don't chase, I calculate. Volume builds, price reacts. I move cold, never late. Night drive, Sims hum. POC, my dinner plate. Eyes low, trade sharp. In the zone, meditate. VWAP touch, trend, bend. Double top, I mark the end. Market breathing, I pretend. Detachment is my best friend. No emotion in the system, I just surf the fractals clean. Green and red like nightclub lights, my data speak unseen.
No noise in my dome piece. I watch flow like it's slow leak. In the tape, I find the sneak. Exit hit, I don't repeat.
Pulse check, candle flash. I don't chase, I calculate. Volume builds, price reacts. I move cold, never late. Night drives, Sims hum. POC, my dinner plate. Eyes low, trade sharp. In the zone, meditate.
There's a company in China that's starting to make these lithography machines. I don't know if they're comparable to like ASML. But ever since like that thing came out, they've been kind of in down only, which is interesting. Interesting. I mean, obviously we're not going to be dabbling with all these things, but we'll kind of make a first pass through and then kind of give it some thought. Honestly, these might not be bad for like scalps, to be honest. If you can get it on, like, on the low time frame position and kind of keep riding up the trend. Super late though, super late. All these things are already like into like all-time highs. So keep it in mind though. Keep that thing in mind. Okay.
Yeah. Slow cruise. High stakes. Fam only no outsiders. Marcos. Yeah. We trade with the game, move silent, but they loud when they hit. Numbers on the screen stack clean, now we double that quick. Money in the air, still cool, we don't flex for the pics. Every play lined up, locked in, whole fam too slick. Yeah, low key wins, but the price tag's loud. Penthouse view when we move through town. Charts in my hands, still the coupe top down. Only real ones here, whole gang get crowned. Bids in the zone, we don't chase that hype. Let the crowd run wild, we just snipe on sight. Profits on tap, every day feel right. From the block to the charts, now it's first class flights. We trade with the gang, move silent, but they loud when they hit. Numbers on the screen stack clean, now we double that quick. Double. Money in the air, still cool, we don't flex for the pigs. Every play lined up, locked in, whole fam too slick. Eyes on the prize, but my shade stay dark. Cut through the noise like a blade through bark. Whole gang sharp, every move leave marks. Money stretched long like we pulling up arcs. Whoever move sloppy, play stay crisp. One wrong step, then you off the list. Trading game cold, but we built for this. And the fam gon' eat every time we hit. We trade with the gang, move silent, but they loud when they hit. Numbers on the screen stack clean, now we double that quick. Money in the air, still cool, we don't flex for the pics. Yeah. Every play lined up, locked in, whole fam too slick.
Interesting. Interesting chart, to say the least, right?
Price tap clean like a kiss. Marcos.
So man, remember when we were saying that we were talking about this thing, how it fucking like ran off with the rest of the trade? This thing's right back to the gap fill, basically. Goddamn. Quick too. Boom, boom. Quick. It'll be interesting to monitor some of these tomorrow, right? Kind of see if there's any kind of follow through with any of this stuff.
Think it's cheap, golden zone exact
Interesting. 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 Interesting chart right there.
The math is the math. I don't do guesses. Nope. Lambo mad black. I draw it presses. Girl Scout smoke. Cookie chart got blessings. Blow. You chase green dream. I chase stats on deck. Static clean. TP tag like laser beam. Penthouse top with the trading screen. Zone get touched and split the snap. Draw that fib, let price extend. Third touch hit, you wanna send. You went long, I fade that in. One click now, I press that send. Out of my face like a Chinese wick. I don't blink, I don't flip quick.
Realistically, we're probably gonna remove a lot of these, right?
I just pick
Most likely. Because a lot of them, like, we missed the move, right? Like like for instance, like these that bounce up to 200. Only to take / catch so many trades. And we already are in a bunch, so it's okay, what kind of whatever. But in terms of the ones that have been like looking relatively strong, like kind of leading narratives, etc., we'll keep an eye on those to like catch the move, like chase it a little bit. But some of these ones, it's like a little too late kind of thing. So we'll keep our eyes peeled. Thing's almost done filling the gap. Also, we'll have a chance to play with some of these some more after too. That's the thing. Yeah, they start to reclaim some of these like higher time frame moving averages and then like consolidate a bit, then like prepare for another move. Dun dun dun. Curious to see how the morning session goes. Dun, 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 dun. Interesting. Bum, 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 bum. Interesting. Bum, 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 bum. I'm not gonna be too particularly interested in too many of these raids. Boom, 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 boom. This blue list is getting lengthy, boy. Boy.
She don't move for love. She moves for numbers. Golden entry. Marcos.
Okay. We'll circle back to these in the morning and see how the morning session's looking and kind of go from there.
Pocket, I find that place. Her body math, no room for waste. I trace slow, she matched that pace. She bounced back like a 0.5 move. EMA touch, she slipped, she groove. Stop loss tight when she let me in. I risk it clean, reward been sin. Eyes on the chart, but she moaned my name. TP hit when I grip that frame. No emotion, just the game. But she come fast when I mark that range. Golden entry. She ride that wave so sensually. Golden entry. She pull me close when she hit TP. Golden entry. She roll her hips like price for me. Golden entry. All this math make her lose belief. Risk of fine, we played that dance. She split that spread in red silk pants. One candle fake. She break then trap then throw it back like she run that map. She don't beg, she calculates. Her hips don't lie, they oscillate. I press with calm, she activate. Now we both deep in that pivot state. She don't talk, just sit. She said that level I click all night. Trade her body with trailing might. And close it clean before daylight. Golden entry. She ride that wave so sensually. Golden entry. She pull me close when she hit TP. Golden entry. She roll her hips like price for me.
Oh my god, some people are fucking hilarious, guys.
All this math make her lose belief. She said don't stop till the chart complete. I said girl this is price technique.
Actual comedians.
Romance just trend and heat. She said trade me not treat me sweet. Golden entry. She bounced that Golden entry. She chart my name like symmetry. Golden entry. She wicked that dip then ride for me. Golden entry. I make 'em
Okay, leave that for now. How's everything doing? Okay, okay.
calculated love. Just math, Marcos. Yeah, they try to short the bottom. Back home, we dancing.
What do we got going on this week? There's some more earnings to come out, right? We got a lot of earnings to get through. Interesting, Palantir, right? The team are pretty mindful of our Palantir position for that. Very mindful. AMD, SpaceX, Eli Lilly, SanDisk. Interesting. Western Digital, Circle. A lot of software names. In terms of this, bunch of labor market data, okay. Then what do we got? We have the bond auctions the week after. Week of my birthday, boy. And we have core CPI. PPI.
in the front, all the games they coasting. Bottle service in the booth, yeah, we toasting. This the Bull Run beat, and we hosting. This the Bull Run beat, and we hosting. Yeah, yeah, short the low, that's a no.
Not that much after that. Like the Fed meeting minutes. But I guess the main thing I think everyone's gonna be looking for is like Jackson Hole at the end of the month. Probably the next major thing we're gonna be looking forward to. Yeah, and everyone had to need my protein.
Marcos, numbers drop, bass drop, beep 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 beep, baby, beep 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 beep, baby, EPI, drop that heat, market jumping on the beat, green wave flowing through the street, bag so full, yeah, it's looking EPI, make it move, candle flash, got something to prove, big board profits, that's the groove, Marcos trades, yeah, we never lose. Pre-market ready crew all tune. Eyes on the chart, yeah, we feel that boom. Number hit right, now the shorts go poof. Profit so big, had to raise that roof. One quick click, entry clean and fast. Stack them gains, make the moment last. From the desk to the club, now we sipping glass. Trading game lit and we built to smash.
Probably look at some of these options data, yeah. And I get a feel for the options this week. Unusual whales. PPI.
Marcos. Whole fam up now. Yeah. Lights low, charts glow. Yeah, yeah. Fam good, whole table eating. Long nights turn a lifetime feasting. Cold charts, but the place stay heated. Took the risk, not a mission completed. Fam good, put the stress in the past. Every move, math sharp like glass. City lights blur when the bins go fast. Made it out the lows, now we built to last. Woke up in silk sheets, rain hit the skylight. Used to pray for a break, now it's highlight. Mom's tears turn gold when the trade's clear. Now the fam overseas with the waves near. Precision in my blood, every entry surgical. Turn the pain to a game, now it's purposeful. I see the stress stress fade every time they smile. All from a chart and a little exile. Yeah. All from a chart and a little exile. Yeah. Fam good, hold
It's pretty high. Interesting.
long nights, turn a lifetime feasting. Cold charts, but the place stay heated. Took the risk, now the mission completed. Fam good, put the stress in the past. Every move, math sharp like glass. City lights blur when the bins go fast. Made it out the lows, now we built to last. Back when the nights had more fear than sleep, I was deep in the charts, no peer, no cheat. Whole fam on my back, but the ground felt right. Cause the numbers never lie when you read them at night. Now we toast on the deck of a yacht under moon haze. Laughing about the times we was lost in the gloom phase. Every bag I secured is a seat at the feast.
What a weird distribution.
To the lights in the east. We ain't going back now. No.
And the week after, it's way lower.
Paid us.
Interesting.
Every tick, every risk, built this. Fam good, whole table eating. Long nights, turn a lifetime feasting. Cold charts, but the place stay heated. Took the risk, now the mission completed. Fam good, put the stress in the
Definitely monitor how that progresses throughout the week.
sharp like glass. City lights blur when the bins go fast. Made it out the lows, now we built to
You should probably look at some Bitcoin 1-2 rates. Look at some of this Bitcoin options data.
Charts lit, bags up, Marcos, let's go. We cashing in, let it rain, let it pour. Champagne pop, now we dancing on the floor. Profit hits, yeah, I'm wanting some more. Club lights flash while we running up the score. Candle to the moon, now the drinks on me. Trade so clean, got the crew on free. Hands in the air if you feel that green. Tonight we up like the charts, that's me. Tick by tick, yeah, the map don't play. Stack that win, let it ride all day. DJ drop heat like my entry stay. Every move hit, yeah, the profit my pay. Dance with the beat while the bags inflate. Never chase highs, I just set then wait. Now I'm in the zone, club full, no hate. Life so sweet when the charts rotate. We cashing in, let it rain, let it pour. Champagne pop, now we dancing on the floor. Profit hits, yeah, I'm wanting some more. Club lights flash while we running up the score. Candle to the moon, now the drinks on me. Trade so clean, got the crew on free. Hands in the air if you feel that green. Tonight we up like the charts, that's me. Spin that, flip that, profit in my lap. Pull up, drip up, traders in the back.
Interesting. We're sitting at an interesting point here. Harris Kamal, hi Marcos, how's it going? Going amazing. How's it going with you? Nerding out on some options data for the week. Planning my trip back home, amongst other things. Unwinding. Well, it's still the weekend, I guess, right? I guess it's a long weekend for us. Not necessarily if we're going to be trading it, but I suppose it is a long weekend. How are you, Sir Harris Kamal? Pretty good. Amazing. Love to hear that.
Marcos trades. Windows low.
I love to hear that.
Charts high. Moves with the gang. Yeah.
You must be near. When do you finish school? Or are you already done?
With my gang in the back. Orders in the system, yeah, we run it like that. Every candle measured, every level on track. One signal,
You must be on your way pretty soon.
we don't talk loud, now we talking the math. Every point precise like we cut with a draft. Profits in the trunk, couple racks in the stash. Bear try step, he gon' leave in the past. Trading with the gang, we don't miss no play. Slow roll, win, stack racks all day. Move so clean, they just watch, can't say.
Graduated back in April. Oh, nice. Congratulations. Did you get a job anywhere yet?
Market in my pocket, whole trend I own. Each pullback, yeah, that's a step to the throne. Entry so cold, it could chill your phone. Never rush moves, got the patience built in. One squad all sharp, yeah, the circle all win. Math on the board, that's the code we in. We don't miss no play. Slow roll, win, stack racks all day. Move so clean, they just watch, can't say. West Coast cool, while the charts still sway. Trading with the gang, we don't miss no play. Never levels hit perfect, watch the candles obey. Marco's in the cut, real calm, no spray. We just count up while the rest gon' pray.
Yeah, working at a startup adjacent company plus my own startup.
Cool moves, cold math,
Interesting.
gang eat together,
What do they do?
always.
You know, I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, damn, I can only imagine how much better of an employee I would be if I were to be working with like all this AI stuff right now. Because I was productive as hell back then. Can you imagine now? Oh my god. I'd be doing like multi-week tasks in like an hour. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Harris Kamal got his own startup. Okay, okay. Yep, create accessibility solutions for LMS. What is that? Or LMS. Learning management systems. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Now, is your startup related to that, or is it like something else? Or is it a secret, right? Keeping the juice to yourself. Also, I don't know if any of you guys saw that, like OpenAI, the Astra that solved the math problems. Pretty crazy, right? Pretty crazy. Dun, dun, dun.
We move risky, math in the clip, lifestyle 50-50. Yeah, charts look calm, but the waves still deadly. High stake plays, every inch you feel
Bum, bum.
cold eyes stare when the numbers turn heavy. Ice on my neck, but the trigger finger ready.
Like a good time to do a startup though, right?
Life days, but the grind don't sleep.
Especially like as like a solo entrepreneur kind of thing, if that's what you're doing. Also, I would look into like, does it still exist? Red. Yeah, there's a lot of like interesting programs you can apply to in Canada. The government would basically give you money, right? If you're doing some kind of like startup that's researching something, you can like look up Shred. It's like SRED. Only problem with this is, I think, is that you have to like essentially like inform the government of what you're doing. So if there's some like proprietary edge, potentially a little suspicious. But yeah. Definitely try to leverage all the shit you can.
Risky, but the math still clean. Charts in the streets both know what I mean.
Boy. I was considering doing that when I was like starting to do like algorithmic trading. Then I said, fuck that shit. Vishing myself, boy. Bum. You're hoping to get our pre-seed funding by end of year. Going quite well so far. Yeah, hopefully. Definitely, I mean, I don't know who's like running the show over there for that kind of stuff, but yeah, it definitely helps if you're kind of someone who's like well connected or like is very on top of like attending like social events, like going to a lot of conferences and whatnot. Like a CEO of the company that I was working at before was like that, which made like kind of getting funding whenever they were raising capital was not necessarily like something to stress over. Yeah, that can be pretty stressful. Like if you're like doing a startup and like, I'm not sure what you're planning to do, but like suppose you have employees and you're like running out of runway. That can be quite stressful, I'd imagine. Yeah, I don't know. So software's in a weird place, right? Software and just tech in general. It's like from what I've been seeing, it seems like what's happening with a lot of these companies is like the lower spend customers are like just tapering off. Like they're just using like their own solution that they made themselves. Whereas like the high spending customers are like ramping up. Which is interesting. Like into it and whatnot. Boom. The real dilemma is it's just hard to predict, right? We're getting to the point where it's just so hard to predict like 1, 2, 3 years from now. Like so much can change in a short time span at this point. Any thoughts on oil today? Not really. I could just gap down given the news. Other than that, not really. Yeah. And at this point, like, you know, it's interesting because people like say that like Trump and company are like retarded and whatnot, and like, oh, they're announcing a deal again. Oh, they're announcing a deal again, and like as if it's like they're trolling or something. But there's actually like a lot of like merit behind why they do this, right? So the oil market can just run off in one direction or the other. It's like nobody can position into these kind of trades if like one announcement can like just blow your whole trade up in either direction. So it kind of helps keep the prices of these things like settled down. Yeah, who knows, right? At this point, like the price of oil is like pretty hard to predict. Like I don't think it's gonna be going to like $200 like how people thought it would. Like nor did I ever think that was gonna happen, but yeah. And the other thing about it too is like all like the forward contracts of this are all like lower, and it's been that way since the fucking start. I don't think people have ever had oil heading higher and higher in mind. At least people that are like informed on the commodity. The commercials, as we call them. And I mean, in terms of my trade, yeah. Like one day I take some off. What was it? Was it here? Sounds about right, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it took some off at some point, then I added it back. Where's this shit? Maybe it was further back. Oh yeah, okay, here we go. I was like, where the fuck is this shit? Yeah, I took some off when we were breaking down here, and then I added back like on this like break of this flag. But now, yeah, might be rolling over some more. Suppose the price seems disjoint with the direction. With the direction of what? Because personally, I don't see this conflict being resolved positively anytime soon. Honestly, I didn't even pay attention too much to it, honestly. So like, in terms of like if it's gonna end soon or not, wouldn't even say I have like a particularly good opinion on that. But the other thing about it too is like it's like hard to even have an opinion on it because like both sides say one thing or the other, and then it just ends up not being true. So it's like how do you even like get any kind of valuable information out of that? Yeah, I will say it doesn't seem like it's going according to plan for the US, right? Like my whole like game theory way of looking at it was, you know, I was operating under the impression that this was like, okay, yeah, sure, Iran was having like that kind of like uprising within the country and then killing a bunch of civilians, etc., which made it a good excuse for the US to enter the region. But I was always under the impression that the whole point of that was to like hinder the oil supply in hopes of like leveraging negotiations with China. But like as we've come to see, it seems like China is like quite energy resourceful, solar wise. Also, like had a huge amount of oil like reserves, and they've also haven't rushed to buy it still. Like they're in no rush to reload their oil. So like, between that and the fact that like there's been no real regime change in Iran after all the people got killed, it doesn't seem like it's going particularly according to plan, like what the US had planned out. And yeah, now I don't really know where they stand, honestly. But the thing is, I don't know, like maybe it's just me, but it seems like the market kind of doesn't really fucking care at this point. At the end of the day, like the US is like a net exporter of energy, so it doesn't particularly impact North America too much. The markets have clearly been like doing their thing the whole time anyways. We're basically at all-time highs at this point, and we've been there the whole time. We'll see. If it starts to expand, that will be interesting, right? Like if like starts to become like a bigger thing with other countries getting involved, I could see some like a lot of volatility entering the market. That would be like quite the extreme escalation. Won't go as far as to say like potentially setting up a world war. But it would be an escalation. Impact is being softened by measures like oil reserves. Yeah, to some extent. To some extent. But like the reserves only last so long. And the other thing about the reserves too is it's not like suppose you have some like big reserve in the ground and it has like, I don't know, 100 million barrels worth of oil in here. Like you can't just drain it to the bottom. Like it's not how these things function. There's like a lower limit that they have to maintain, or else it like breaks like the actual like reserve mechanism. Yeah. And the thing is, like, oil is still getting out. That's the other thing, right? Like, people make it seem that, like, oh, no oil is, like, leaving the region, but still is. Like, obviously, it's a bit slower, but... yeah. I mean, also keep in mind, I'm not an oil expert, so like take everything I say with a grain of salt. The White House said they proposed the MOU earlier last month because their oil reserves were low, projected to be depleted. Did they say that? Did they? That seemed a little suspicious. Because we have a bunch of oil here, right? Like Canada and US have a shit ton of oil, and South America. Based on the available public reporting, I could not find any White House statement saying propose the Iran MOU because US oil reserves were low or projected to be depleted. I'm not sure that's true or not. Possibly. Maybe it's like a certain kind of oil that they're running low on. Like it impacts things. I'm not sure. But I'd be surprised if that's true, because like they're. If you're a net exporter, then that means that like you are consuming all the oil that is needed, and you have a surplus to like export. So it'd be a bit odd to Maybe in the scenario you're describing. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it's correct. I did just toss it into the LLM. Bum bum ba, bum bum bum. Shout out to oil. Shout out to Canadian oil. Yeah, Canada really fumbled the bag, right? Going this whole like fucking green movement. I was reading some article the other day. And we basically have like some of the most natural resources in the fucking world, like literally. And we're not like doing anything with any of it. Like no wonder like Alberta wants to separate from us. Probably salty as hell. Yeah, who knows? Who knows with this Iran situation? The midterms are coming up, right? So maybe they're kind of feeling a bit of pressure to do something before then. We can say that much. Speaking of that, is there any interesting news that we missed out since we sat here? I haven't been checking it. Not really. Not really. $11:30. I'll be time for a juice box here pretty soon. Oh yeah, how's the yen doing? Interesting. we buy that that fucking Truth Social data feed? 100 racks. Boy. No, I'm curious, how delayed is the feed supposed to be? Or I mean, like, how delayed will the regular feed be compared to the paid feed is what I'm wondering. I can't imagine this will be impacting too much. Like, if let's just suppose, I don't know, it's like sub 1 minute delay or something. And people are sitting here bitching about this shit. At the end of the day, it's not gonna impact anybody, right? Unless you're like running some like algorithmic trading. What would we look up for this? Truth Social data feed. Truth API.
Woke up in the villa with the windows blue tint. My Carlo light trays hit while I ran. Say steak while the euro slid 5 pips. Didn't even check the chart, it's all instinct. She said, you good? I said, barely. Off the map drifting, slow in the McLaren. AP looked like the chart, I sketched no cap. The face even showing resistance levels. You panic when the price go parabolic. I just lean back in this Paris loft melodic. She ride like a trend off CP.
Oh, it's not announced yet. Okay.
In the penthouse sky, off the math, off it. I ain't even here. Jet too loud, gone. Wrist too clear. Draw down fake, profit too real. They want the alpha.
Probably milliseconds to seconds faster.
I bought that zone, then I bought that car.
Not particularly interesting.
Like a weekly gap in the
Say that.
like a market style. Didn't even log in.
Okay, I can answer these texts, then we'll do a juice the box. Probably wrap things up.
Price came back, then I split that song. Lamborghini yellow like Euro strength. She curved like Fib, I marked her length. Back to his cold, but my heart on rest. Yacht hit waves, but the stats digest. Dubai high rise, wrist look fine. Chart like silk when she wine in time. Told her baby don't guess, just breathe. Price gon' come, just believe the speed. Off the math, I ain't even here. Jet too loud, wrist too clear. Draw down fake, profit too real. They want the alpha, but they can't feel. Off the math, lost in charts. I bought that zone, then I bought that car. Ferrari wild like a weekly gap, and the field hit hard like a market slap. Off the weed, that's childish. Off the lean, that's broke. I'm off the math, and I'm still up. You chase that? Nah, I'm chillin'. Margot's never rush it. Let it come back. Watch this.
There's always another one. Math gon' line me up. No need to chase that run. I let the chase show love. There's always another one. Price pull back, I slide.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That is funny. Okay, the juice box. I mean, first thing I'll say is this spike in open interest, I guess we can just screenshot it. Suppose we can just screenshot it.
There's always another one. Math gon' line me up. No need to chase that run. I let the chart show love. There's always another one. Price pull back, I slide. Y'all FOMO just for fun. Why I catch it when it's right.
It never got reset, right? Big ass open interest spike, and we never tapped the high, and it's kind of just sitting here sideways right now. So yeah, interesting, right? Kind of, we talked about that on the last stream. Dun, dun, dun. No, I will say, right, like I don't know, this is like a tricky scenario because it's like we left behind like the high time frame liquidation twice, by the way, right? Because like this, even back then, like this box is already up here, like back on this move up. We never closed it out back then. Did the whole retrace, came back up, got rejected again before reaching it, and now we're just like doing like lower high, like lower high, lower high, lower high, lower, like, the whole way, right? So like, if we leave this like low time frame thing behind again, it's like pretty suspicious, right? Pretty suspicious. I'm also starting to lose like this like kind of dex level right now. Like it's like 62.3. Yeah, we're already starting to drop below it. So there's a world that this starts to like accelerate to the downside here pretty soon. If we start to see, then you kind of like aggressive selling start to come in. Yeah. Also gonna look at some of this low time frame stuff. But here's the other thing, this wick on the weekend, like yeah, it was cool that we like kind of bounced at this zone and put in like the wick and just like swing failed this level. But at the end of the day, we did not like liquidate anything down here. Like this thing is still like glowing like a Christmas tree. We're kind of back to the same thing we've been talking about at this point, right? It's like, are we gonna end up doing this head and shoulders down here or no? Or no, right? Or no? But it seems like we are making our way finally down to these zones that we've been talking about for a fucking eternity at this point. Like since like here, we've been talking about this shit. How long has this been? A month basically. A month waiting to see if we make coming down to the zone and what happens here. Like maybe there's a world where you get this kind of like bullish retest of like this zone. You do have like an untapped value low there from last week. In terms of the liquidity on the lower time frame. Suspicious. I don't know. This is kind of like another one of these things where like if this is gonna happen, you probably don't want to be setting limits here. Because like it's either gonna do some kind of like weird like multiple drives to the downside and then go, or just like straight blow down. So like if anything, like let it like reclaim the VWAP if it is gonna bounce. And you might even want to be like extra safe and wait for this, right? Because this is like some pretty big magnets down here. Yeah. But it is looking a little suspicious right now. We are starting to like drop outside of yesterday's value with like no real compliments forming at this zone. Yeah. So in terms of the juice box for that Shang 80 Shang, kind of the same way we've been doing all these lately. The higher time frame plans from previous streams / Discord. Nothing has changed there for the longest of time now. And two, the thing that we were just talking about, like the bullish retest of previous month POC kind of zone down here. But like keep the context in mind. Personally, I wouldn't I wouldn't be taking that personally. If anything, I'm doing it how I described, where it's like I'm waiting for the view up to get reclaimed, and I'm probably waiting for the high levels to get reclaimed too. And even then, I don't even know if I'd be particularly trusting of it, honestly. Yeah, I'd probably want it to like reclaim this whole Valley area low zone, right? But we'll see when it gets down here. Kind of you can check out the data in the lower time frame, see how things are looking. In terms of right now, order book looking pretty empty down there. Yeah, it's suspicious, right? Like you're not gonna have any like div sprinting. You're not gonna have like any kind of like absorption seemingly going on down here, at least as of now. So yeah, maybe when we get down here on the lower time frames, you can try and weasel your way in, but definitely like stop loss, break even. Also probably shave a bit at VWAP just to secure some kind of bag. If we do end up just doing kind of this shit, like ding, ding, ding. Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, so definitely be, if you are gonna entertain that kind of like low position size, treat it like a scalp. This is how you're managing the position. For the short, tricky. It's tricky as well. Because realistically, this is like a pretty good opportunity, right? And ever since then, like we never quite made it up to the zone that we were talking about. And like this, I don't know, personally, I would not have been in this trade if I was looking to get in a short. Like maybe if you had been doing this kind of thing. You would have gotten filled. No, did not look at the data at the time, so I'm not sure how this is looking earlier. I mean, like, I know there was like bear divs printing on this kind of thing. But I wasn't looking at like the order flow and whatnot to see how that was looking. So maybe some people entertained this. I'm sure people did, right? Obviously. But yeah, like in terms of getting in now, like, a little late, right? Because you missed like the higher time frame one, and if you were gonna get in, we talked about this. But the golden box was like here, right? Like something like this. Like this was like one opportunity in the weekend, and I guess if you had taken that, we didn't discuss at the time because it's like quite far ahead from where we left off, but probably be the bearish retest of this zone, right? Probably the best bet. If you are going to try to weasel your way in. Like this kind of thing. Like ideally, like you get the retrace before tapping the low. Because like there is like another cluster down here on the lower time frame at this point. So if you don't want to like do this in case it starts to go. Yeah. Or you can just take you can try and mark it in the breakdown. Personally, not like quite late at that point, quite risky. Hence getting break even much lower doing that. Or just say kind of like the bearish retest of like previous week Valley area low, BD Valley area low, or even like this kind of zone. Slash breakdown of POC. Probably gonna be your best bet for that. But yeah, late, very late. At this point, you're like kind of weaseling your way into the move. Especially if we are gonna end up putting in the bounce down in the zone. And the higher time frames is going to be tricky because we have talked about these like higher time frame zones. So I mean, we'll kind of leave it written down, then I'll kind of cover it in a sec. Like obviously, like the higher time frame plans from previous. So we did talk about this and this, yeah. So we've already kind of covered those. Yeah, this is what I was talking about, right? The kind of like the idea of starting to accelerate lower if we lost that 62.3 level. It's like kind of starting to happen, right? The gamma regime starting to change. Gotta be pretty careful of that. Bum, 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 bum. And like this hard time frame stuff we already talked about, like a lot. This one we covered multiple times at this point. And then the other higher time frame plan that if anyone remembers we talked about was getting the bearish retest of this zone before going lower. We kind of talked about this, like I don't even know how many streams ago. It might have even been before like I left to go back home. But we talked about this kind of whole thing here, right? It's kind of like ding ding, and then getting the retest into this volume cluster, and then getting the reload to go lower. That's probably gonna be like the best bet for like the next higher time frame, like juicy short. If this is not going to hold. Yeah. So something like that. Like obviously we're just drawing random lines right now, but like you get the idea. Like some kind of bearish retest after putting in like the initial bounce here, wherever the bounce may be. So yeah, kind of just leave that written down somewhere. Well, it's part number 2 because we have discussed it, but we'll just leave it written down for the sake of clarity. Bearish retest into higher time frame volume value low. Yeah, that should cover it, right? That should kind of cover the main things. Hasn't been the most eventful of a price action lately. Like what have we been looking at here? Like a $5,000 range basically for the past month. So not the most interesting of moves. That's why we've been trading a lot of other shit a lot more often. We'll get rid of that, get rid of that. If anyone is taking this, make sure you manage your risk, right? Shape a little bit, stop loss break even, or at the low break even, up to you. Boom, 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 boom. And yeah, that should do it, right? That should do it. At least enough until tomorrow. And in terms of tomorrow, well, I guess in terms of the stream in general, oh, shout out to the math. Shout out to the math. Quite likely I'm gonna be done streaming at some point this week. I might stay until next weekend. To be determined, probably, but like I'm not sure. I probably put it at like 70-30. But the thing is, I do have like a lot of plans this week. Before I'm trying to set up a lot of plans because before I leave, because I'm not going to be here. So it's like I'm trying to get everything out the way now. Like for instance, tomorrow I'm going out for dinner. And same with later on this week. I think it's on Wednesday. And after that, yeah, we're kind of going to be winging the rest of the plans from there. So, yeah, that's kind of the TLDR yap on that. But we'll focus on tomorrow first. So tomorrow, I'm going to be getting dinner. But I don't think I'll be out the whole night. I imagine I'll probably be home like around today's kind of start time, maybe like 10 p.m. or so. So I'll probably hop on at night, and maybe we'll stream during the day. We'll see, depending on how things are going. So I'm waiting to have some good weather here to get up on my roof and do some stuff out there. So if there is good weather tomorrow, I'm gonna be doing that instead of streaming, obviously. But either way, we'll be around. Probably we'll do like a late night stream tomorrow, I'd imagine. How late, I don't know. And we'll go from there. I'll kind of like keep the rest of the week updated as we go. I don't have like everything set in stone just yet, but it is the general idea. Anyways, let's kind of wrap it up for now, right? Not too much to talk about here. Curious to see if it kind of SFPs like these kind of lows or not. They're tapping on perps. Not quite, right? Interesting. But yeah, let's kind of get a quick shout out and get out of here. We're curious to see if this thing ends up reclaiming this, right? Does it reclaim it and go? Or not? We're not. Let's scroll through the chat real quick. What do we got here? Shout out to Harris Kamal or Yabowa. Harris Kamal, graduating school, getting a job and doing a startup. Okay, I see you. That's it, right? That's it, yeah. Other than that, we'll see how these things come along tomorrow. I'll be up in the morning, early morning, seeing how the morning session goes for some of these. And if any setups are forming, probably I'm going to be entertaining them. Like I said, yeah, some of the ones that we missed, probably not, but some of the ones that have been looking stronger, me focusing more on those. Either way, we'll see. Whatever I end up doing, we'll kind of resync tomorrow and go from there. Until then, I'm out here gonna get some sleep. Make sure I'm well rested, ready to go for the new week, new month. Yeah, I'm out here. Later. Later.